2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that's a little bit better now. There's like, you know, about 2 to 5 second delay, I think. Ah, great. Great going, Furry Cures, for being first to the stream. Despite the fact I started, you know, however long ago. Oh, it works. Yes, it does work because it's technically a new stream. I didn't like forcibly, I didn't like Alt F4 OBS and started the stream up again because I was worried that, you know, the video would start. Hi there, Flo the Kenku Bard. Welcome to the stream. Let someone else be first. Lol, no. Furry Cures won't accept that, especially while Bone Mass Dog is in the stream. And I just realized that there's going to be a 3-minute advertisement being run because I am an idiot. That is not great. Am I just going to have to wait for approximately 3 minutes? Most likely. So then that way we don't have people missing out on it. But the benefit is that when the 3 minutes is done, then, you know, there won't be advertisement for like, there won't be pre-roll ads for like an hour or so. It looks like we have no lag now. Excellent to hear. You just watched a 13-hour stream of a Walmart camera. Back in work, actually, funny enough, Flu. For some reason, we have, like, the company
Hello.
I work... Hello. What happened? I restarted the stream. So, at work, we actually have a YouTube stream that we have on one of the televisions where it's just... Up there, we have a YouTube stream of the Shibuya crossing. So you know that big one in Japan with like all the like, you know, all the cars and shit, and then it stops, and then you have all the people like, and it feels very much like Queen Street Mall, where, you know, when all the lights stop at once, and then people, like, instead of just going from like one side of the road to the other, they just like go into like the fucking middle of the road, and then just like go from like one corner to the next. So we have just a YouTube feed of the Shibuya crossing, but then we have another YouTube feed for a completely different crossing in Japan. I don't know where, but it's not, I don't know if it's like the biggest one, but it does look kind of big. And yeah, it's just a big. You know that you just gave yourself more squats, right? Elaborate. Does that mean, are you saying that the redeem is like back up again or something like that? Or, because I'm pretty sure there's a cooldown regardless of, you know, if the stream starts and stops again. All right, now for the real test. Let's see how big the lag is when I press B. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, about 5 seconds. 3 to 5 seconds. Boop. Thank you for the boops. So he's muttering in Spanish. And it looks like he killed the police officer. Ooh, damn, he whipped that knife out fast. Oh, that is a big kick. How the fuck did you do that, Leon? All right, hang on. Hunter's key. Yep, thank you. Oh, I can't pick up his herbs? Alright, hang on. Wait, was there something for me to pick up? Yes, there was. Yep, okay, cool. Alright, back out here. Alright, so right trigger is to swipe. Using the hunter's key. Alright, so we got like cross. We're gonna have to deal with some horned fucking fiend at some point, I feel. God damn, this hunter is a little obsessed. Oh, hang on. Fucking rat. In La Lort's Empire, for a Neoft Destruiors. Gasoline. And then, where's the rat? There was a rat somewhere. Is it gonna, like, pop out again? I guess not. Careful of your knife? What do you mean careful? I'm like on a special mission from the Prime Minister, or the President of the United States. I can do whatever the fuck I want. Yeah, this guy's fucking dead.
I read you. What's your situation?
You have to ask in Spanish.
What the hell's going on?
I don't know. Alright. Escape from the Hunter's Lodge. Why is it an escape? Excuse me 1 minute. Ooh, I can... Yep, cool. Cool. No, okay. Okay, now the shadows are on my nerves.
No fucking way.
Get the F off me. Okay, can I, like, actually kill him?
This just keeps getting worse.
Alright. So it takes, like, 2 kills. There we go. Now he's properly dead. And I only have 8 bullets. I don't know if going upstairs is actually a good idea, but it seems to be giving me the indicator that I should go upstairs instead of, like, you know, back out the way I came. If I ate him, it wouldn't have happened. Yeah. Oh, that's a lady.
Bruce, this is Condor 1.
Hunnigan here. What's your sit rep?
President's daughter,
Baby Eagle. It's likely she's in this village.
Our intel was correct then. Well done.
Need a location on a nearby lake. She may have been taken there.
Copy that. I'll see what I can find.
Hurry up. Something's happened to the people here. My escorts are... Gotta go. Talk later.
Oh, joy. When did you guys, like, gang up? Damn, Leon. Wasn't even a stunt window. That was just a window. That's the lady. She has a name. I forgot her name already. All right, hang on.
Go suck a lemon.
You go suck a lemon, Blue. Also, hi, Blue. Congrats on getting your fursuit. Can someone...
Don't make me send you to Jesus myself.
Yeah, you can try. You won't. You'll fail. Because I have the power of... Hang on a sec if my stream deck will actually keep up. I have the power of gun on my side. Observe. No, I don't have one for myself, young Jack, because, you know, I'm in the middle of this game. Break this. Grab some handgun ammo. Reload. Always keep a full clip at the ready. Ooh, it even has one in the chamber. Ow. It even has one in the chamber. That's actually useful. Alright, break this barrel. Grab the gunpowder. And then save. You can save your progress at a typewriter. You can also swap out weapons in your inventory.
Has added quote number 348. I have the power of gun on my side.
That's right. Cool. And then I can customize my case if I want to. He's just holding a suitcase, no big deal. Alright.
Don't make me send you to Jesus myself.
It really loves that Jesus one, doesn't it? So yeah, I have a fursuit as well. I've, you know, shared it on the Twitters and what have you once or twice. And I even did a fursuit stream a while ago. Blue. Blue, 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 blue. Fursuit stream when? Huh? Fursuit stream when? Ow! Fursuit stream when? Blue, 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 blue. Why is Jason saying black? I said blue. All right, hang on a second. So we got a dead wolf over there. We've got a broken roof over here. Anything cool in here?
Musky Dog has added quote number 349. Blue, 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 blue.
Why are you asking for that? I'm not asking for that. I am not asking for that. Chat is asking for that, because guess what? You're gonna do a stream one day. You're gonna make news of that, the fact you have a fursuit, or I'm gonna raise the point in your chat, and they are gonna ask for the fursuit stream. Because you know why? Because that's what happens when you get a fursuit, Blue, and you're a streamer on the Twitches. You will have to go and wear the fursuit on stream. Kusaki has a channel point redeem of like 100,000 points or something if you succeed, and he will wear his fursuit head, and he will point at his cat and go, "Cat, break this." Pesitat. Pesitat. Coin. Just call it coin. Why do I need to come up with or pesos? Just give it a real name. Alright. Oh, hello. Headshot. Ow. Cool. Headshot actually succeeds in killing people. And thank you for the gunpowder. Reload, so there's always one in the chamber. You posted the fursuit on your Twitters? Yes, you did. And how have people not asked you yet about the fursuit stream? It's gonna Get fucked. I'm not wasting my health on your bear trap. Yep. Hello. Hi there, Micah Blade. Hi. It has been a long while. Yeah, I got a flash grenade. Okay, so changing weapons. I can swap from this to that. Grab more ammo. How's it going? Someone bonk furry cures for their horny. You said blue, so you said black. Ah, that's what Jason was on about. All right, reload. Keep one in the chamber. You're doing good? That's good to hear. Furry Cures is still upset. I just realized that Furry Cures has missed out on the fur. Well, here's the thing. Maybe when I get, like, you know, more average viewers or some
bonker.
Maybe if I get like more viewers and subscribers and, you know, some incentives, then I'll like do another subathon stream or something like that, where one of the incentives is that I'll actually wear the fursuit head or something. Because I did it a long time ago, and I tried to make a party game out of it, like playing Mario Kart or something. That did not work out too well. Cool. Let me just zoom in. Oh, it's the other police officer. He's fucked. Oh. Holy shit. Oh shit, they did it when he was very much alive. Alright, clock tower does nothing. No point in trying to save him. Okay, so it's a very open village from the looks of it. Grab the herb. And then how many peeps do I have to deal with? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, can I like sneak up and assassinate people? Don't blow this chicken.
Oh, Musky Dog
No,
has
chicken.
added quote number 350. Oh, that's the other police officer. Oh, he is ducked.
Yep. There we go. Alright, hopefully that actually keeps her dead. Yes. Awesome. And then... resources small. Grab that weed. Hey, it's very healthy. Thank you for not blowing my cover, chicken. Alrighty. So we got that guy over there. He's just in a wheelbarrow. Okay. Oh, if this game has stealth portions to it, you're gonna be in for a real rubbish sort of time where my stream is just gonna be filled with saves scumming left and right. Thank you for the handgun ammo.
Oh, Musky Dog has added quote number 351. Thanks for not blowing me up, chicken.
Alright, so there's one guy just waiting for me up there. I wonder if he's gonna, like, walk down. Because I don't exactly want to... Man, it's way too tempting to just shoot the chicken. Alright, so... Alright, so cool. They're too busy. Bone is just adding quotes left and right. That's Bone Mask's dog's thing, okay? Like, trying to make clips on Twitch is not an easy thing to do. Like the peeps that like watching me and such like that, they're catching me at like, you know, 4 or 3 in the morning. Like, I understand it might be a lot to, you know, watch a big-chested Himbo zebra, you know, do his thing and all that kind of nonsense. But the fact of the matter is that, you know, people like contributing to the stream how they want. Sometimes they might want to...
Here we go.
There we go. Fight them off. Okay.
Give me a break already.
Oh, Musky Dog has added quote number 352.
Don't you
it's
dare
way
throw
too
another
tempting
one.
to shoot the chicken.
Here we go. Wrong guy, but sure. Ow, no, fuck you. Oh, god damn you. Fine. Hey, nope, 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 nope. Okay, hang on.
One down.
Did I prompt that? Oh, I guess I did prompt that. And oh, your eyes are really fucked. Oh, all right, here we go, and then jump. Oh. How do I heal? There we go. Okay. Confirm. Use. Craft. Okay, so I can make a mixed herb using green and red. Will restore almost 3 times as much health as a single green herb. And then we got... So we can make handgun ammo. And then examine. Combat knife suited for close encounters. It's been Leo's go-to since receiving it during his time at the RPD. Level 1 durability. It looks like there's a durability meter on it as well. I'm glad that I'm able to be in this menu and just be, you know, quote-unquote safe. There is no worries while I'm in this menu. Everything is going to be okay. I need to remember to pick up those things when I have the chance. Oh shit, where the fuck did you come from? I thought you were like right behind me. Alright, T. I can juke these guys. Oh wait, maybe I am meant to be going that way. Hang on. How long before you get swarmed? I got swarmed like earlier. Alright, hang on. There we go. Oh, damn it, it's closed, you mother... Oh. Okay, so I'm not meant to be going that way. Not that way. Oh. Ow. That's me, likely. Oh, Jesus, no, he's in the room with me. Oh, shit. No, get off me. Oh, no, it's broken. Okay, we gotta get out of here. How do I get out of here? Fuck, 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 fuck!
Master Dog thinks you should do 20 squats.
Did you hear what you did to Z? Did you turn him into a Phyrexian? Hang on a sec, I gotta do my squats. Damn it. Alright, here we go. 20 squats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Sorry, 1 second.
14, 15.
Hi, what are you? Oh,
16.
Get out of my house!
17.
What are you doing?
18. 19. Was that you?
Leave it in the mail room.
20.
I'm streaming, you fucks. Yeah, I did. I admittedly did. God.
Oh my goodness.
It's literally just on your left. Just walk in, you'll see a bunch of letterboxes.
Are you guys... Do you guys, like, live in the same, like, suburb or something?
Sorry, Icy turned up at my door?
What the fuck?
Okay, hang on 1 second. This is insanity.
So, you just turned up randomly. Okay, first off, don't reveal what his address is. I do not need you to do that.
Hello?
It's Brian. Blue Foxy Nicey Icy left you a message. They said, hello, there appears to be someone here for an appointment and are currently downstairs.
Oh my god.
He is
By the way,
downstairs.
I've received a weird message from Velveta Star. It says no
No,
really
really is
is
people
downstairs.
Oh
Seems
my-
like a strange thing to say, in my opinion. Okay,
Thank
that was
you.
everything.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you for that. Thank you, Icy, for... I was expecting to pick that up at Further, but thank you for coming to my home.
Wow.
On April Fool's Day, no
Wow.
less.
Is that right?
IRL baby. This is a great. Yeah, for those who don't know, I also
You dropped off his stuff. We all contributed to it, and you thought you'd give Z the special treatment? For those in chat that do not know, Blue Foxy Nicey Icy, Z, myself, and several other furries, we play Magic the Gathering. We're not very good at it, but we play it. And there came a point where we were like, oh, let's get some custom mats. And so we did that, and Blue was like, hey, we'll just do it, you know, all through my one account because I have all these discounts. Huzzah! Because I know all of us do not want to have to deal with the shipping cost of trying to get anything from the States over into Australia. So we'll divide it. I will hold on to the things, and I will drop it off to each person over on Furdu. It will be a wonderful time where we get to meet each other at Furdu. Can't wait. I thought that was a cool idea. But here you are, Blue. You come into my stream. You show off how you arrived at Z's house. Never mind the fact that you somehow knew where Z lives, which is really spooky because now I worry that you know where I live. Don't you ever come through my door. And not only did you go there to surprise him on April Fool's, but you hand-delivered their shit. You're looking? Please don't look. All right, hang on. We're gonna go all the way back to chapter 1. I am not fucking up on my, All right, cool. So we're here. We already opened the box. We go through here. The reason I'm doing it this method is so then that way I still get a majority of my stuff. All righty. Okay, so the wolf has a thingy-madiggy. And so glad no one knows where I live. I'm glad no one in this chat knows where I live, quite frankly. The only people who know where I live are at best my work colleagues, but even they don't have a grand clue beyond the suburb, and my mother, and my sister, and her husband, and my father. Not very many people know where I am, which is a really good thing. So, except for one person. He's talking about his partner. Also, why am I so laggy in the... Can't wait for my new CPU. Oh, hang on. Box. I need to pick up this box. Bam. Thank you for the Pisayas. Alright, I got one in the chamber. I just need to wait for...
Ahí está, cazando. ¿Qué coño?
Melee. Stab. Melee. There we go. Reload. Grab the gunpowder. Grab the pesos. I know Code knows where Grant lives. I don't think Code knows where I live. I don't think he does, quite frankly. Lol, get bonked. We computer whizzes can find anything with just a few clicks. Oh, god fucking damn it, I'm an idiot.
Damn it.
I saw it in the last time. You guys distracted me by trying to find my home address. Please don't find my home address. It would be very rude if you do so. Just know that if you reveal my home address into the chat, not only will I disavow that chat, but I will never consider you in good graces. And everyone in chat will no longer see me. You think I'm joking? You think I'm not ready to just burn down this chat? Burn down this entire stream? I am willing to do that. I'm willing to light a match on this entire thing, on any, you know, real mention or concern about my livelihood on this thing. Are you ready to have that kind of consequence? Ow. God damn it. All right, hang on a second. There is... Can I shoot the crazy man through this window? I can't see... Oh, wait, hang on. All right, can I crouch? Leon. Leon, you can crouch. Okay. Even if you're holding a gun, you can still crouch. All right, how accurate of a... Is he moving closer? No, hang on. Bam. There we go. Thank you for the ammo. Reload. Grab the pesos. Grab the flash grenade. All right, flash grenade is on the left. That's good. Grab the red herbs. Your mono red deck gave you gifts? What? What do you mean the mono red deck gives me gifts? What? No one can unless they're a dark web hacker. He shoots standing no matter what. Well, that's annoying. Like, I'm not crazy. You can normally shoot people via crouching. All of those 1/1 spirits I gave you. Nope. It's not ringing any bells with me right now. I am really dumb about gathering kind of stuff. Like... Alrighty. Chickens, and then we got this guy over here. Alright, A. So we inspect, and we watch as he burns one of our people. Holy shit. You forgot the game where you won mono red? You win most games you play, don't you? I feel like you do. Alright, so we walk this way. Crouch to avoid noises. I pick up our weed. You're scary, but why would I...
Here we go.
Okay, why were you, like... Wait, does A... There we go. Ding 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 ding. Alright, is there any way for me to repair it? Looks like it can be repaired. Alright, good. It can be repaired. Awesome.
Quote 73. Please don't put me in financial ruin.
Yep.
Quote 141.
Ow. Oh,
Seals
you are...
also scream when you hit them with a bat.
Yep. Oh, damn it, damn it. Break free, break free, break free, break free, and there we go. Come on. Nope. Break free, break free, break free. How do I... Alright, again, how do I break out of, you know, crowds like this? Window breaks. And then a different door opens and closes. Don't bonk seals. I promise I won't. Dead. Okay, so I didn't do well on the stealth portion, but we can try again. Let's see what happens when I do the autosave. Is it going to put me into the fighting portion, or is it going to put me to the portion where I've just, you know, watched the man get burned? Alright, looks like I'm watching the part where the man gets burned. Alright, we watch that. Observe. Cool. There's no real indicators of where to go next. You clipped me because I was being scary? Valid. Fair enoughsies. Alright. So I need to avoid being seen by the old lady. Alright, so there's that. Can I climb up to this thing here is the question. Only if I had a partner. Damn it. There is stealth, but only for quiet kills. Yeah, no, fair enough. I want to do the stealth for the quiet kills. Because here's the thing, is like I should at least be able to stealth this old lady. Cool. There we go. Grab the gunpowder. Break this. Oh! I do not remember getting this hand grenade before. If I vault over, I break the glass. Oh, there's the guy with the wheelbarrow. Can I, like, swap which shoulder I'm looking over? No, I cannot. Alright. And then she's going over there. And he's pouring water. You clipped 2 things. Awesome! Thank you. Not many people don't clip my stuff often, so I appreciate any clips that are made. Get the shoddy. I don't know where the F that is. Alright, so he is doing his thing, and... oh, hang on. JCat, thank you for the follow again! I didn't realize you stopped following. Also, don't shout me out in my own stream, please. Alright, hang on, hang on. So where is she going? Alright, so she's going there. Your Twitch fucked up? Not to worry. That kind of stuff can happen. Alright, so I should probably wait for that lady to do her thingy-madiggy. Do I deserve pets? Sure. I am approximating where you are in the pets. Alrighty. There we go. So she starts walking. He's walking the other way. Now... yay, you get pets. Yippee. Wait, hang on a sec. How quickly is that guy gonna... come on. Go into the hut. You're 5'5", so you might have to pet... alright, hang on. Lower. There we go. Come on, you... come on, you water bucket man. Oh, chicken egg. Oh, nope, 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 nope. How accurate is their sight? Not very accurate, it seems. Okay, maybe I might be able to just, you know, stab her from... that was sus, but you'll take it? Yeah, sure. So, because it looks like... looks like the field of view is, like, fairly narrow. Damn it. Finish them off. Hey. There we go.
Give me a break already.
Oh! Stab you in the neck. Alright, let's run. Damn it. Alright, grab you. Grab you. Grab you. Grab you. Grab you. Juked ya. Alrighty. There we go. Ammo will be good. Can we go this way? No, we can. Oh, wait, maybe. No, we cannot. All right, let's get running. Bolt over this. Cool. Is he gonna figure out where they are? Alright, that gets a majority of them out of my way. What's over here? I don't know. It's a cone shape like a normal human vision. Fair enough. I just thought they'd have like some fairly wide peripheral like that guy is probably gonna have some very wide peripheral vision. Nope. Break free, break free, break free, break free. Alrighty. So, got a chicken egg, which is nice. And then we got this guy with a chainsaw. Let's avoid him. Alright. Can we get out from this way? Let's see. No, it can... No, we cannot. There we go. Absolutely juking him. Ow. Ow. Okay. Oh, herbs. Break free, break free, break free! Or just stab. It breaks my knife, but...
There you go.
Oh. There we go. Nope. Break free, break free, break free, break free! There we go. Where am I supposed to go? Ow. And then here's this guy. God damn you, Code. Oh, god damn. Horses on fire. Church bells. Where the fuck is the church?
Huh?
The fuck?
Dr. Salvador.
Doesn't make sense. But, okay. Thank you for the 50 bits for farting in my stream. They just completely ignore me with the church bells.
Where's everyone going? Bingo?
I don't know. Probably bingo. If I could burn that church, you know I will. Now use the opportunity to find the shotgun. What fucking shotgun?
Bowmasker Dog has added quote number 353. Thanks for the 50 bits for farting in my stream.
Ran past the house twice that had it. Cool. Well, hopefully this will be a great opportunity to, like...
Bingo?
Oh, that's what Code said!
Bone Musky Dog has added quote number 354. You know, if I could burn that church, I will.
Absolutely.
It's normally in the house to left of you.
Right. Hopefully I can still explore this. Yep, cool. You mean this?
Roost to Condor 1. I've identified a route to the lake. Look for a large windmill. There's a path on the far side of it.
Windmill.
I am Ogre
Copy
for
that.
that.
And be careful. Roost out.
Cool. Hey, a shotgun.
Oh, nice.
Hand grenade. That would have been useful. Did everyone just, like, decide when they were replaying this, they were like, yes, we are going to get the shotgun to, like, you know... All right, hang on. Let me reload this. There we go. That's reloaded. That has as many bullets as it can handle. Can I vault out of this? Yes, I can. Cool. Which gives me... Cool. Gives me just this roof access. That's fine. Alright. Double check. Oh. Neat. Oh, okay. So I could have, like, run into here and then use this as, like, my final stand or
Don't
something
kill
like
Bessie.
that. Who the fuck is Bessie? Is that the cow? Because the cow is already dead. Like, hang on a second. Chicken, hang on. Grab you. Grab you. Because I was running this way, dodging and ducking and weaving, and there was a cow here.
You monster frisbee.
What do you mean, you monster frisbee? I didn't know the cow was going to be busy. There we go. Thank you for the resources. I'm not a Resident Evil vet or anything like that. I have no effing clue about the secret thingy-madiggies. The most I know is that, like, apparently, you know, they saw in the trailers that a particular dog or something like that is dead in the bear trap instead of, you know, being alive in the bear trap. But instead, you know, can't do anything. Nope, can't open that. And then we can't climb up that. I've already explored all this. All right, let me just swap back over to my pistol.
Did you kill the dog?
No, the dog was already dead. The dog was already dead in the bear trap. And apparently, like, lore-wise, that's, you know, a sad thing. Because before in the OG Resident Evil, like, you could rescue the dog from the, Uh-oh. What just happened? Hello? Game. Viewer. Options. Graphics. Thank you. Borderless. Chat, can you still receive me? I haven't crashed or anything, have I? Hello? Not good. Oh boy. One moment. Hello. My channel. It says I'm live. Am I still live? Chat. Am I still live? Yeah, I'm still live. It's just, you know, half a dozen
We
things.
can hear you.
Yay, I can hear you. His stream is frozen? Let's have a look. PC, don't. No, it's not frozen. I was just stuck on the same screen. All right, let me just close that thingy-majiggy again. Alrighty. So we got that chat. For some reason, my left screen, which is where I normally see the OBS and all that kind of such, is blank
Drew
now.
the settings to normal/low.
Yeah, no, I've already done like all that. Hang on a second. I'm just gonna turn I'm going to try and turn off this monitor. Yep, I just heard it switch off. Switch it back on. And then just adjust thingy. Yeah, it just shows blank for some reason. All right, display, nope. Graphics, there we go. Yep, 2460, full screen, windowed. For some reason, it's just showing like a fully blank screen on one of the sides. It's not, so it's not that window. It's not, actually, I can fully close that window. It's not that window. It's, ooh. Hang on. One moment. I think I know what might be it. Yep. It's Vinyan. And
This is why I'm going to wait until I get my new PC before streaming this game.
Yep, no, exactly. That was a recommendation that was given to me as well. Where in the world, Z's? All right, so... all right. Sort by name. It's my... The issue with the, current setup and what have you is because VC face, yep. So end that task, and then I'm gonna grab OBS and move you all the way to the right, and then studio mode. I am going to turn on. Nope, wrong one. And then sources. Where is the button? Nope, wrong one. Nope, wrong one. Where is it? TTS 3D Grant. Here we go. Audio ducking. And then I need to go to my, all right, swap, adjust you. Filters, enable, disable. Hello, everyone. It is I, low poly Grant with PNG Technologies. You may be wondering why I look like this. Actually, you know what? One of the other things I should probably do is see what happens when I enable this filter. Okay, cool. So that's a fairly okay zoom. And then if I zoom in all the way over here. Okay, so I just need to adjust myself to the right just a little bit. One moment, please. Where is my 3D Grant? Here we are. And, oh, actually, where's my audio ducking setting me? Yeah, they're both setting me at full screen. So I'm going to go back to 3D Grant, and then I'm going to move you just here. Right here is where I need to be. So then that way, I zoom out and look at me. I'm dead center, and then I'm over here. Alrighty. So yeah, if you are wondering why I am 2D, if you have just arrived, the answer is really simple. It turns out this PC game and my current PC don't want to do streaming at the same time. This is also going to be extra weird because the monitor on my left has also stopped displaying things. Like, I can hover my mouse around it and nothing will be there. So I have to look over to the right. And so now I'm down to 2 monitors. And I have my microphone on the wrong side for, looking to the right. But if I look straight forward, totally fine. If I look to the left, it's a blank screen. Tutorials! Restoring health. Cool. Setting weapons, saving the map. If you get lost, check your current map. Excellent. You have a treasure map. You'll be able to see the location of hidden thingy-majiggies, item crafting, quick turns. Melee attacks can be used to stagger enemies. If others are nearby, they will also be knocked back. You can deliver a fatal attack on a stuck enemy with a knife depending on their position. Defeat 5 enemies with a knife. Oh, I completed these challenges. The CP you earn from completing challenges can be used to purchase items in the extra content shop. Complete all challenges. Complete chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many chapters are there? 16 chapters. Perform a stealth kill. Parry an enemy with a knife. How do I do that? Combine some items. Insert a gemstone. Purchase some. Complete a request. Get an exclusive upgrade. Equip a charm. Rescue Ashley is being carried away by an enemy. Destroy a clockwork caster and change open photo
Recommend
mode.
using to avoid wasting ammo.
Yeah, how do I do that? Hang on. Options. Controls. Interact. Crouch. Oh! So... Oh, wait, my knife is broken. Never mind. So... Alright, get out of here. And then... Did I... Oh, I forgot to check this. Alright, is Bessie alive? Nope, Bessie is dead. Bessie got stuck in this and then somehow just like clipped it over into here. Grab the herbs. Grab the secret herbs and spices. Check this door. Oh, I already checked the store. Never mind. Check that house already. And then this is a clock tower? Alright, let me have a look. Knife breaks in this now. Oh! That's not great. Is there a way to avoid that? Can I repair it? Oh, man. Jesus Christ, Leon. You just dropped, like, a good story and a half. Alright, so we can't go in there. We can't go there. Alrighty. So, while they're busy having their bingo night, what's in here? Ooh, hello. Break you. Shotgun shells. Thank you. All right, so it looks like all the boxes are like... I reckon that will be like a it will be an update or something like that, you know, 2 or 3 like thingy-madiggies in. Is they'll have a thingy-majiggy where you'll be like, "Oh, would you like to like it will be a easy mode sort of thing where it's like you can like they have easy mode right now, sure, but they don't have it as the knife won't break as an easy mode. I reckon they'll introduce that like later on." So yeah. Damn, chat, don't I look handsome? The unfortunate thing is that I don't have a PNG for when I'm turned into a maid. So there's that. Classic RE4 knife settings. Hang on. Let's see. Nah, doesn't say. All right, let's go for a run.
There it is.
So there's the windmill. Unfortunately, I don't
also,
have a way...
your throwing system is bunk ATM.
Yes, it's bunked right now, just as a reminder. You know what? I'm not going to break the thing. I'm going to save here. I can customize the crate. Increase drop rate for... So that's the case perk right now. And then my storage is as such. Okay. No, I don't want to discard the... I want to move that into store... Why can't I move you into storage? Okay, that was absolute... Hang on. I'm gonna... First and foremost, there is a system that I'm going to need to follow. Alright, and then... There we go. All right, and then overwrite that save because there's no point. But yeah, all of this is currently turned off because, you know, right now I might not have the best CPU for trying to do multiple things at once. But do not worry, chat, because thanks to saving up money, fun fact, if you want to get ahead in this world, save money, and some of the donations from chat, I have been able to save up for a CPU. I should hopefully be getting it by the end of April. With luck. Hopefully it doesn't, you know, get broken. Wait. Isn't that the cow you're talking about? Ooh, egg!
Ooh, saving.
Chicken egg. Awesome. Mine's cooler because it's brown.
No.
Wait, can I still... Okay. Wait, is there like a way to just live change my... Examine. It looks like it can be repaired. It would be nice if someone could tell me how.
Stealth killed it, B.
I can't, because as I walked up to her, nothing was... There was no, like, thingy-madiggy on her, so... Alright, so that's asking for a key. There's a herb. That's obviously a charm. Plus, I'd rather not, you know. I'd rather not waste bullets if I can.
Shoot it.
No. You can take on tasks by collecting the blue request note posted around areas. View the request you take. For the love of God, will someone please get rid of the blue medallions these religious lunatics leave around? Cool. So there's 5 of them. All right. Cool. I am so fucking stealthy right now. Alright. I haven't used... I don't normally like using this PNG sort of method just because, you know, I'm quite silent. And, you know, I feel like you guys would take advantage of, you know, if I'm silent, then I need to be emotive. Okay, so I'm missing...
Gotta fix everything myself.
Yes, you do, Leon, because you are the main character. Alright, so blue medallion number 2. And there should be... Yep, so there's 1, 2. And then... Oop. Handgun ammo. Alright. You want to come through? God damn you. Who did that? Who did that? God damn you, Code. Fucking horror jump scare stinging me. Oh, you. Alright, so that's 1 blue medallion out of the way. I just need to wait for whoever has... Is this gonna be one of those games where they're gonna, like, have the chainsaw man chase me as, like, the Mr. X? You can't see it, but I'm shaking my head in disapproval. Who the fuck is that? Bam.
Well, that's new.
Coming.
Come on. There we go. Velvet blue. Well, that's more like purple, but sure. Alright, let me reload. What's up, guys? Oh, you want to die as well? Alright. Very effective. Alright, give me a second. I just need to thread the needle here. Threaded. Okay. Who is still down here? Man, that shotgun is very useful. Thank you for the mentions of that there's a shotgun somewhere. I probably would have left it, and everyone would have been very upsetties with me and said, no, you need the shotgun. And then I would have like, ooh, a kitchen knife. There we go. Alrighty. The fuck is happening there? Alright, anything in these drawers? Shotgun ammo, thank you very much. Alright, reload. And then reload this. Awesome. Pesos. Chaos. Alrighty. Let's... Alright, swap back over to pistol for closer range nonsense. Oh, there was a door right... Nope, they would have had to...
Won't open.
Lol.
Bone Musky Dog has added quote number 355, ooh, a kitchen knife.
Hog. Hey, would you look at that? The cows are safe. Who thought I wasn't going to take good care of the cows? Oh, Jesus, they do not take good care of their cows here. Disgusting water. The yellow makes me think you can do something. Alright, so there's a series of blue medallions around... Oh, hello. So that's blue medallion number 4. Fantastic. So many pesos. Thank you for the quack. Man, you people must think I'm like extra stoic or something like that if I'm sitting here like so. Just, you know, silently observing as I am. Alright, so typewriter's in there. Chicken is doing their biz. Vault over this.
Did you see it?
Cookie! Sorry, Micah Blade. You're not getting a cookie because I forgot to turn off that thingamajiggy.
Be so
fine.
Then
horny. My day do be so fine.
Bone Masked Dog thinks you should do 20 squats.
Are you guys just experimenting with every single one of my channel redeems to see which ones are still valid and which ones aren't? Alright. Let me go into here. Let me do my squats. Also, who the fuck set up my suitcase like this? It looks terrible. Alright, here we go. Big stretch! Big stretch for the big boy! Big stretch for the big boy! Ah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I had to do it to them. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you. Thank you for hitting that nut button. I had to do it to them. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Thank you for the 20 squats, Bone. All right, let's fix this inventory. First and foremost, egg.
Mika Blade paid me to say this game jump scares me one more time. The news will have something to talk about tomorrow.
Ha. Ha. There we go. Oh wow, what an
Mika, have you not played the OG version?
Jump scares up the wazoo. Jesus Christ, those pigs are, like, just a force to be reckoned with. Okay. Let's have a look. Break this. Grab you. So I'm missing one medallion. But knowing my luck, the minute I get it, like, you know, back into the thingy-majiggy. Plus, there must be some backtracking if I can open... if I can't find the key for that thing. Yeah, I think I've got most of the medallions that I can, like, just plainly see. Unless the one last... Ooh! Someone drop an egg? Someone dropped an egg. Unless the medallion is in this thing, which I doubt. It would make no sense. Is it... Nope. Meow. Oh! Glad I checked behind here for another hand grenade. It's a real lifesaver, so long as people don't, you know, just jump out and avoid it. Oh, you know what I just realized? I could have, like, gone on a wild goose chase and run them into the tripwire to, you know, save me ammo. But instead, I used up my shotgun. The say roll is for mods. I should probably mention that in the thingy-madiggy. Rather than saying you're not cool enough, I should probably say that it's reserved for moderators and broadcasters.
You only realized it now?
Yes, I only realized it now. I don't plan ahead, Code. I don't know. I know I sounded like really, like, uber smart and real beta by saying that I save my money, but that is like a one-time thing. I do not save my money that often. I am Himbo to the Maxio, to the Himbio. Himbo to the Brainio. Insane in the membrane. Ooh. Neat. You can view the treasures you collected in the items menu. Some treasures can be sold at a higher price by fitting them with gemstones. Thank you. Yeah, Himbo mode does not do that many improvements. You're wasting points here. Thank you for the hyper Himbo, but please be advised, you just wasted a series of points. Ruby. Also, I think I wasted a bullet getting in here. Oh, that's fine. I needed to use the bullet to get into, you know, the other side of the thingy-majiggy, so then that way I can go over here and cross this bridge. Now, is there...
Mika, please don't spamming your points.
We'll just have to remember to refund them is all. Might want to turn the redeems off? Yeah, but that means alt-tabbing. Bonk. Alrighty. Let's see. Can we go into here? No. What's over here? Bonk. Shotgun shells. Thank you very much. Actually, yep, fully reloaded. Reload this. Cool. Alright. Break this. And then... Okay, I guess that was just a detour. Doesn't matter. Who cares? When is he 3D again? Probably when I get a new CPU. At least for, like, you know, playing this particular game on PC, so... Alright, I'm gonna push this. That cow head better not jump. Nope, it didn't. Cool. Alright, I am going to do one more looky. I'm gonna go one more look-see around this farm, because I know there was, like, a favor to shoot out the blue medallions. So, I wanna make sure I'm not leaving any. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Alright. It's always worth checking it twice. Oh, you were talking about... And that's the side of the door with the lock. Can't... Don't see anything up there. No medallion on the thingy. I don't think there's a medallion in this room. No, it doesn't look it. A part of me feels like it might just be in that tin.
They have changed the layout of this area a fair bit.
Yeah, they have. But at least I got some. At least I got a necklace for it. I got a pearl necklace, and I didn't need any help. All right. Shame I can't grab the herbs from there. So yeah, because there was like the blue medallion that was on the other side of this post here. Is there a blue medallion on the other side of these posts? No, there isn't. There's one more place I can think of to double check, because it looked like there was like a long sight for a particular window here. So I'm just gonna give that a check. One moment. Alright, so it's not on this floor. Shame I can't pick up the explosives. It's not in the shaft, as far as I can tell. Alright, so there was... Alright, so there's these bars here, which leads to a window. And through the window is nothing. Okay. I'll remember to refund you for that. Alright, meanwhile, at the Legion of Doom. Alright, you're not just rotating on this thingamadiggy, are you? No, I don't think you are. And then if we go above the floor... I've already shot out, like, one of the thingamadiggies that was in here. And...
Already did.
Yep. Already did. Already. Thank you, Code. I forgot. Oh, yeah. Moderators can refund points. So, yeah. Alright. So, yeah, because there was a blue medallion there. There's a blue medallion in there. And then we needed a... Huh. And there's no blue medallion on the front of these things. And I don't imagine you can shoot to that window. They're not on a tree, as far as I can tell. Huh. Nope, not on a tree. Nope, not on a tree. What commands will work? The himbo, the cute, the bonk for horny. Hang on. You know what? I can be a little extra cheeky boy. Ding. Chapter 1 blue blue slip. Chapter... I just realized I need to put in Resident Evil 4. So then that way, Resident... to help it make sense. The 5 blue medallions. There we go.
Are you looking at guide?
Yep, I'm looking at a guide. Alright, so there's one in the thingamadiggy, second one on the thingamadiggy, third on the thingamadiggy, fourth, fifth. Okay. So, alright, so the first one, they say, is located in the window of the wooden building located...
That's cheating. Burn the cheetah.
No! I don't have time for all this. Also, maybe. It would just help move this along. Especially since I, like, you know, can't see shit. Yonk. Besides, this guide isn't, like, 100% helpful because it's not like it's, you know, walking me to each of the locations. It's giving me, like, a view. I still need to, like, you know...
Emotional damage.
That actually shocked me for a second. Okay, so... Because I guess I've... Oh! Chicken egg!
Bonk.
Don't bonk me. Alright. Is it... Oops. Okay, so Medallion 1. Medallion 2 is located... Medallion 2. Once you destroy the first, turn right around. At the edge of the building will be the second. Oh. Yeah. Also, you can see, like, blue on the fence posts, which makes me think, like, that's the indicator of, like, they're nearby. Can I climb on these things? No, I cannot. Can I climb on this thing? No, I cannot. Huh. Yes, I am somehow, like, just really extra dumb right now. Medallion 4. You must enter the barn, look up after taking out the third. The fourth will be found there. So, fourth medallion and look up. Oops. No. I swear I got, like, the... Hang on a second. Incomplete. Main story. Basic weapons. Results? No. Here it is. So 4 of 5 in the farm. Ooh, mixed herb of G, G, and G.
Check the map.
Oh my god. How am I... What? Oh my goodness. There we go. Ow! Fucking pig? The shit! Alright, well, I got that done. I can now, close... Oh. I can now close these
Kill the
tabs.
pig, yeah.
No, I'm not killing the pig. Nope, I'm not listening to the act man. Back to here. I'm not gonna kill the pig.
Make him into bacon.
No.
Bone Musky Dog has added quote number 356, ducking pig.
Yes, ducking pig. Dink. Fully restores your health. Increases your maximum. The amount it depends on what the herb is combined with. It cannot be used by itself. Wait, what? Restore as much health as a single and increase your maximum of 2, and 1 will restore health, will restore twice as much and increase your maximum. Can I just combine the yellow with anything? Is that the idea? And it will be like a permanent health increase? That'll be useful. Alrighty.
Quote 184. Are the fourth and final cockring.
Combine red, green and yellow.
Red, green, and yellow. Okay. Alright. Craft. It go... Oh, it wants... What the... Hang on. Doesn't... 3 greens. There we go. So can do a mixed herb of green, red, and yellow. 3 times as much as a single green and increase your maximum health. Okay. Bonk. In case of emergencies, I suppose. Oh, wait.
Give me a break.
Asshole. So now I gotta go this way. Wait, am I going the right way? Oh no, there's an alternative path I can take.
You want to be making red, green and yellow herbs as much as possible.
There we go. Oh, god damn you. Oh.
Shit.
Ah, yeah. Cool. Oop.
Shoot his leg, then kick them.
Oh, okay. I thought I had to stab him. Alright. Do I have a flashlight? Would be great if I had a flashlight. No, Leon? How many times have you been in a fucking sewer and you thought, gee, wouldn't it be nice to have a flashlight? You better have thought about that more than once.
Listen to your RE4 vet.
Yes, I'm listening to the tiny voice in my head right now that is telling me all kinds of things. They sound very much like Brian. That is not the tiny voice in my head.
Bone Masked Dog has added quote number 357. I thought I had to stab him.
Ow.
Barreled in.
There we go. Be back later. Dinner. Not to worry. Not to worry. I keep getting stuck in these effing bear traps.
Did you see it?
Oop.
Next.
I think I saw it. Not too sure what that is. Alright. Oh, there's hammering going off, which means that sounds like a big bad. Alright, note to self. Be careful of the beeping. And it had to be at that height, didn't it? Alright, so... Cool.
What's that noise?
Alright, let's see who it is. Bone's gonna go to sleep. Not to worry. Thank you for coming along. Sorry that I'm in 2D form right now. Thank you for the pesos. And this, and looks like we're dropping down. Oh, now you have a torch. It would be nice if you had it like back on the thingamadoog. This is the president's daughter, isn't it? Nope. Who the fuck are you?
That hurts, you know. Seemed like you
Don't give
really
shit.
wanted to talk. How observant, senor. Now, say, you got a smoke? You know, those things will kill you. Oh, well, maybe just untie me then, huh?
Sure.
Joder, not this guy! Who are you? Okay, stop right there!
Yeah, I don't think none of them were gonna listen to us. Yeah, not great. Get moving, Leon. No, don't let him inject something into you. The fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Alright, well, chapter 1's over. Cool. Good to know. Save game. Wait, I can't get rid of eggs? So we will see Zeebs in VR chat anytime soon. The big Himbo Zeebs in all its glory. It is definitely like I definitely think about it, like, you know, here and there. Chapter results. Complete chapter 1. Congrat. Say cheese. Martial artist. Cool. Awesome. Dink. All right, and then next. I think I would do it at some point. My current issues are just finding the free time to do it.
Sacrificial
without it, you know, because getting into VR just feels a lot. And plus there isn't like a lot of places to hang out. And I'm not great. I'm not like, you know, whatever his name is. Nutty. No, not Nutty. There's like this effeminate, like, dingo.
Hey, stop it. Hey, Yankee. Got a name?
Trying to think of their name. Nubs, that's it. Like, I'm not like Nubs where I can, like, you know, just talk and shake my ass. Like, because I do a bad job shaking an ass, and... Yeah, I don't know.
Stop it.
I don't know if I can, you know, talk well.
Beat up enough of
oh, wait, Whiskey Dingo does, like, game shows and shit. So, like, there's all kinds of people. But the thing is I'm not, like, a big enough name to be on one of Whiskey Dingo's, shows. Plus, I haven't demonstrated VRC shit, so even less
One
likely.
more guess. Maybe some missing señorita?
Young girl? Talk. Now.
All right. See, heard chatter about moving a señorita.
Moving her. Where?
Who knows?
What's your plan, Luis?
But later, saw some men dragging someone to the old church.
Yay, they broke the chain.
Hanging with you, not healthy.
I hope you understand. I saved your life then. Awesome. Nice. Man, we're good at killing peeps.
Hey, we're not done here!
Later, amigo.
What a dick. Hey there, Rugged. Yeah, it has been a while. Yes, this is my first playthrough, but chat has helped me here and there.
My gear.
Oh, and he took my... Oh, yeah, he just took... Great. Great. I need to try and get my stuff back.
Condor 1 to Roost. I've located Baby Eagle. It sounds like she's being kept in some church.
Great. That's good news.
I heard it from this guy I met. He said his name is Luis Serra. There's something fishy about him. I need you to run a background check.
We'll call Condor 1. I'll
Well,
see what I
Musky
can
Dog
find.
has added
In the
quote number
meantime, make your way to that
358.
church.
Man, we are good
Right.
at killing peeps.
I'm probably
Hey,
due for
you were supposed to be
confession
in
anyway.
bed, Bone Mass
Condor
Dog.
one.
What are you doing staying up like this? You said you were going to sleep. Yeah, another kitchen knife. Knife attacks. You can perform wide sweeping attacks with RT. You can also deliver quick stabs with RT while holding LB. Head for the church. Yep, I know how to do a stealth kill already. Some. Hey, another chicken. Not another chicken knife, another kitchen knife. Gosh darn it.
Hey, that's my gear.
Hey, and my knife is fixed this time. Come on. Look away. Let me stealth kill you. For your information, you're in bed
Well,
with your
Musky Dog has
Pochita.
added quote number 359. Oh, look, a chicken knife.
Damn it.
Ahí está!
Parrying. If you have a knife, you can parry attack with left bumper when the prompt appears in the bottom right. You can successfully, even if you press it before the prompt, time it right, and the enemy becomes staggered. All right. There we go. All right. Another kitchen knife will be useful. Dab. Gotcha. Alright. Thank you for the pesos. And now I can get my stuff. Right. Damn it. Alright.
Won't open.
Get it, get it, get out, get out, get out. There we go. Yeah! Alright, now I got all my stuff. Damn it, the knife is still broken.
I'll be taking these back.
Damn it, don't have a key. Alright, let's have a look. So, yep. Equipping that kitchen knife first. A lot of green? Handgun ammo, shotgun ammo. Hello.
Over here, stranger.
Sure. You're a stranger too, though, so...
Let's do some...
Get rid of rats that have taken up the factory. We won't know if they're carrying any diseases, but we'd rather not find out.
business then, eh?
Give me a sec. I want to take care of some rats. One. All right, here we go. 2. 3. There we are. All right. This is definitely going to be one of those games I'm going to get distracted by very easily, and I'm most likely going to play it in more than one day. I've never played the original RE4. No, I have not. This is the first time. I have not played any of the Resident Evils except for 7, 8, the remake of 2, and this one. Weapons and items can be bought or sold to the merchant using pesos, pitas, or pesetas. You can also upgrade or repair your equipment here. Once you've completed a task received from a blue request note, you can claim the report or by talking to the merchant.
Good stuff, stranger.
Give me the spinel.
I got something new for you.
$4,000 to repair a knife. Cool.
Crossing your T's, dotting your I's.
Increase power, increase durability. Can we do more than one repair?
This kind of work is about finesse, stranger. Little bit goes
Used
a long
key
way.
key items that no longer serve a purchase can be
Your
sold to the
valuables
merchant.
won't do you much good in the grave.
Parent? That might be a key item for all I know. And then we got all kinds of kitchen knives. We got... Oh, chicken eggs are actually worth something. Just sit there waiting for eggs to hatch would be... Alright, for selling only... Alright, so that's my attaché case. And then we can do trades. For yellow herbs. A handgun that retains excellent penetration and recoil.
Curiosities? You don't want to know, mate.
And then we can just buy bolt throwers. Buy this and get the
Why
scope
not
for
try
free,
your hand
limited
at
time
a new
only.
Gun, stranger. Might save your life.
Case upgrade. Bolts as a crafting option. Standard power hype. Okay. I just don't have a lot of money.
Get some bang for your buck. I guarantee it. Will that be all then?
Just give me a sec. Ammo capacity, rate
Molding
of
a
fire.
weapon to suit. Don't get yourself kid.
Alright, so that one has actually finished its purpose. adorned with pearls for selling only. You can't improve. And then can be inlaid with certain gemstones. Okay, so we can... Gemstone bonuses. Let's have a look. 2 gems of different colors gives it a times 1.1. 2 gems of the same color give it a 1.2. Trios 1.4. 5 gems of different colors gives it a 2.0. Okay, well, best way is just, you know, doing the 2 like thingamajiggies there. And that's that.
Build now. Welcome.
And then, yep, so we can set.
I'll buy almost anything. Thank you.
There we go. And now I can so I can improve the durability of this thing.
If you want a fighting chance out there, you best tune up your kit. There you are, as you wished.
Compatible with laser
A well-tuned
sight.
weapon can make up for a lack of skill, friend.
Buy the SR and get this free limited time
What you
offer.
see is what I've got.
$12,000 for the rifle. Type of amethyst mines in the region. Could get rid of a kitchen knife. Red herbs. Combine with to enhance their effects. Restore a small amount of health. I'll get rid of a chicken egg.
A deal well struck.
Your inventory is full. Any items will
I'll
be
hand this
sold.
over when you've got the space. Why not try your hand at a new gun, stranger? Might save your life.
All right, so I need to somehow slip this into here. Oh, wait, hang on. I can just, cancel purchase? Yes.
Anything else I can help you with?
Because either spend the 10,000 for all that.
Come back and eat.
All right, let's have a look. So, crafting. Let's go with shotgun ammo. Can always do with more shotgun ammo. And then move you up here. Move you guys here. This here. Yep. Put you up there. And then... Wait, is there items that I can... Oh, cool. I can send them to storage if I want to. Actually, you know what I'll do? I can't put you into storage. Annoying. Equipped and discard. Equipped and discard. Register in the shortcut. Send to storage. And then these are all the different thingy-majiggies I can craft. Cool. And I got my spinels.
Welcome.
Buy this and get the scope free of charge. All right.
You'll get some bang for your buck.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's looking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
There's some things money can't buy. All my wares are in tip-top shape, I assure you.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Still not enough. Craft. All right, go green and red. So then that way that goes into here, and then I can put you up here, like so. Push you back. Actually, hang on. Put you down here, push you up here.
Not seen
And there we go.
Stranger.
That should fit.
Wish your enemies
Yes.
sweet dreams from afar.
You can store the aid spray in your typewriter store.
heads.
Oh!
Go on.
I didn't know I
take
could.
this as well, free of charge.
Discounts are only available during the chapters they appear in. Cool. Well, I got the free scope as well. Your inventory is full. Any items outside the cache will be
Let us know
sold.
when you've made some room.
Is there any way for me to just come... Oh, you bastard. There we go. Haha! Get fucked. Oh, I guess we can sort it out like that. Close. Purchase this item? Yes.
Yours, stranger. Wield him. What can I do you for?
Tune-ups. Let's see. So you can do power, the ammo, the reload, and that uses up like nearly.
Pleasant travels.
All right, and then reload this one, and then all right. So send that to storage. We can't send that to storage. Can't put those into storage. All right. And then register shortcut. All right, let's put you here. Register shortcut, put you there. Register shortcut, put you there. And oh, we can equip the chicken egg if we wanted to. All right. All right, that's full ammo. That's full ammo. That's full ammo. Storage. So we can store that. We can store that. We can store that if we want. Attach this scope to the... Oh, okay. And then we can send that to storage. We can't send... Annoying that we can't just send ammo into storage. That would be nice. But I guess what we'll do is we'll combine the greens. Can be used to restore some health, small amount. All right. And if we could, we go with a bigger case, but we can't. So, oh, I can eat an egg. There we go. Egg. How are the requests coming along? Did you know you can trade the spinels you receive as a reward for valuable items? Awesome. Awesome. When you treasure maps, these reveal hidden thingamajiggies. Cool. Save the game. Save it into new chapter slot.
Welcome. Ooh, what you buying?
Handgun that excels in penetration with low recoil.
We like our herbs, we do. Heal a man, kill a man, they do it all.
And then a laser sight. We need at least 10 for that. Treasures in all areas of the village. I feel like that's a bit overpowered. Is it showing it for like the entirety of the village? It only costs 1, which makes me feel like that's a bit of a... Oh, but it could be discounted because, you know, they pointed out like all the things here were discounted.
That cash in your pocket or your life. Easy choice, mate.
Yeah, we don't have the money for either of those things. Bolts can be retrieved and reused. That would be a cool one to use. Spray can is new. We don't have the money for a case upgrade either.
You've got a soft spot for treasure, eh?
Yeah, I'm gonna claim that.
Yeah,
All right.
come back anytime.
Because then that way I can see, like, all the treasures I've missed. Oh, it's a lot. Already I'm backtracking. Alright. So... Sapphire? Yep, good to know. And then... hop over you. Hop over you. Oh yeah, I can't open that because that's in a locked drawer. Yep, it looks like it shows all the treasures on the map. That was a really cheap spinel. My goodness. Okay.
Ooh, you have to stitch your back.
I thought it was going to be, like, only in a specific area, but that's just the entirety of the map. Alright, that's looking for an eagle, which I don't have.
The hell am I?
Someplace strange. Do it. Come on. Kick. Come on. There we go. Should really use... I can use the pistol a little more often than I intended. Alright. Okay. Little bit insane. Lot of pulleys, obviously, to there. Mm-hmm. Yep, I think it's safe to drop down. Alright, let's see. Let's have you... You gonna alert us? Oh. Let's just stab you. Hey, nope. Alright, fine. Stab in the neck. Alright, how much does the egg heal me? Yep. Knew that was a good idea. Ow. Okay. Annoying. Or at least that heals me to full.
Sorry, must have slipped. Give me a break already.
Oh, that was a terrible idea. have you. I'm not going to deal with all that nonsense. The village is one section. Oh, well, okay. Use you. Dab. There we go. Alright. That was pain and a half, but we're alive. Alright, reload this real quick. There we go. Alright, grab everything on the ground. Where the hell is everyone? Alright, I don't think we can open that. Unless, will it ask for a key?
Bone Masked Dog thinks you should do 20 squats.
There we go. Step 3. There we go. Alright, I gotta do another 20 squats. Okay, fair enough. Here we go. Big stretch for the big boy. It's really hard to like concentrate on chat because I normally have it on the left side of me, but now I'm have it on the right, which is the exact opposite direction I'm trying to look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Thank you for the 20 squats, Bone. I very much appreciate it. Thank you for the 20 squats. All right. I'm way too used to like having to view chat on the left rather than the right. All right. Very powerful. Uh-huh. Okay, can I just drop down from here? Technically, yes. All right, how bad is it? Nope, not too bad. Awesome. Doesn't look like I'm anywhere special for doing so either. Ooh. First aid spray, thank you very much. Yellow herb. Craft mixed RGB. Use that for the extended health. Auto sort, there we go. Oh, there's another crazy old man there. Wait, hang on. Yeah! I knew there was a benefit to trying to shoot it out of his hand.
The underscore ECTS paid me to say, Leon, this is the President of the United States of America.
Oh?
Go duck, shoot up, and save my daughter. Don't forget your Tetris management while at it. Peace.
I think one of the most unrealistic things about the Adam Sandler film where they're playing, it's called Pixels or something like that, where he's basically like a video game repairman. He's like a video repairman or something, or technician. And like one of the most unrealistic things I think there is like, oh, we can't teach the military to play video games or something like that. Like classic video games. And I'm like, are you serious right now? Like, especially like shooty-esque games? Abso-fucking-lutely. You can teach the military to play you know, shitty classic games. Nope. Let me just break free of you. Again, the Hyper Himbo doesn't work. I should probably have disabled that because I was in 2D mode, so you'll get refunded later on, don't worry. Use this. Man, I use a lot of ammo. Alright, note to self. We're sticking to shotgun for a while. Or until that person stops, like... Okay. Do not hit the red barrel. How's the remake going? I've only, like, just started it, and it's fairly fun. I've been liking it. Small key. Awesome. Open this.
Next.
Yeah, not fucking around with you, whoever you are. 2, 3. There we go. Anyone else I have to worry about? Doesn't look it. Alright, up the stairs we go. Hi there, Blue. What the f... Okay, cool. I was worried. There we go. Kitchen knife. Alright, so that wants a hexagonal image, which I do not have. That wants rifle ammo. I can give that.
Go suck a lemon.
You go suck a lemon.
Right.
There we go. Oh, I have to reload the whole thing. Gotcha. Alright, reload that. Phyrexia? Is that what it's meant to be? Phyrexia? That does not look like the Phyrexian image. That looks like Theta or something. Ooh, another box. This better not be like just a silly arena shooter. Yep, this feels like an arena shooter. Alright. So I need to run this way. And I need to find another way. Hello there. Hi, welcome to the stream. It's very lo-fi now while I, you know, do the whole, How am I supposed to... Because... Alright, so there's she. Can I just... Hang on. There we go. You're dead. So yeah. Where was I in my train of thought? Trying to figure out what the F to do once I'm here. Ooh. Close one, boy. Alrighty. Drop down. Do not roll off the hill. Where did they expect me to go after all this? Like, am I supposed to be able to, like, climb up or something? Maybe. Actually, yeah, most likely. Maybe here? No. Oh. There's... Nope, that did not do anything. Down here. Alright, hang on. Map. So that was... Okay, so there's really nowhere to go in the valley. So I'm probably getting up here a different... Or I'm probably getting... Probably end up back here a different way. So... Out we go, and we try a different way. I am going to get lost in this game, I feel. And it's going to be a... Oh, wait, no, hang on. Oh, that's why I was in the valley before, because I needed to get the hexagonal plate thingy-majiggy, and I literally stood right before it, thinking it was asking me for the hexagon plate, not the other way around. And I'm done being Himbo. 1 second, I'm an idiot. Now I have to... This is what chat gets to enjoy. But it's at a very lo-fi standard because I'm not moving around. I'm not like shaking my head, my hands, or anything like that. They just have to look at the zebra that's just like, yes, no, oh no. All right, so now I grab that thing. Now I can get moving to the next area. I swear I killed you before, but okay. I guess these guys just revive themselves. Is that it? Well, you're not a problem. Onwards we go, ignoring all the crazy people. Sounded more like your confidence being deflated from fumbling about rather than deflating bodily. Oh yeah, especially since I'm not like being hyper himbo. All right, give him this. And then... Oh, hang on. So... There. Yeah. And then we use this. Opens the lock. Oh, but hang on. But wait, there's more. Because I have a small key, I reckon I can open this. Can I use the key more than once? Ooh, an elegant mask. All right, now, was it... where is it? Treasure items. All right. So, okay, the bonus is bigger if I have 3 of the same color. Okay. Good to know.
Take a look. Something's bound to catch your eye.
I'm just gonna save here before I forget. There we go. And yeah, that's fine. All right. So we did that thingamajiggy. Now we open these doors. He's got his guns back. Yes, he has. Uh-huh. Ow. Ow. There we go. I am nearly dead. Do not panic. Oh, Lord knows I need more of that. Yeah, at least they disappear. Ooh, do not fall into that. I could have easily stealthed this, I'm gonna be real with you, but I was an idiot. That was a vicious strike. It hurt. Alright, is there any way? Okay, no. Alright, let me just walk the long way around. Oh, walk it off, Leon. You'll be fine. Large resources. There we go. Pesos. And another sapphire. Cool. 2 sapphires and a ruby. Dink. Don't you worry. We're gonna find like a herb or something like that shortly, and he's gonna be A-okay. He's just, you know, going through withdrawal symptoms right now. At least I'm getting money. There we go. I knew that was going to be for something. Their influence is not what it once was. Destroy the wind-up dolls. Do not forgive those aristocrats. Cool. Mm-hmm. Oh, I got plenty of these things. All right. Yep. Use. Use that. We get fully healed. Move you up here. You're nearly broken. But thankfully, I'm just using kitchen knives right now. Bonk. More pesos. Because it costs like a lot of money to repair my knife as well. So they clearly don't want me just... Ugh.
Fuck.
Okay, you're just gonna be annoying, aren't you? If I was a smarter man, I would have ducked that. But I am not a smarter man. Just fuck him up in the bathroom. Fuck him up. I am not the smartest Zeebs, aren't I?
Not too shabby. Someone has shown up their neighbors.
Alright. Show me what's in the oven. Brown chicken egg? Yes, please. Unless I can't carry... No, I can carry a brown chicken egg. There. Come on. Give me the brown egg. There we go. You're gonna go see the Super Mario movie on Thursday? Hey! That sounds cool! I am part of the social committee for, like, the technology department at my work, and we try and do plans for, like, movie nights and such. Wait, did I use up my small key last time? Oh, it can only be used once. Wow, okay. Annoying.
Old photos.
But yeah, like, I'm part of the social committee at our work, and we got to try and do, like, you know, movie thingamadiggies here and there. I don't know how often we can do them, but it would be nice to do one for the Super Mario movie or for the John Wick that's come out. One of the two. Hand grenade, thank you. Pesos. Ha. I don't know. Maybe it's like something obvious. Let's see. Cow. People at a fire. And a house. Cow. Oh, wait. No, hang on. That's a cow. People. And... No. Okay. I thought it was gonna be something. I thought it was gonna be a clue. You found the toilet ambush? Look, if I was... I wish I could, like, actually, like, run in and get him, but okay. What does this say? Photo of a family. At last, flesh of our flesh, blood of our blood, give thanks and rejoice. Why do I feel like they ate him? I feel like they got eaten. Boats. Okay. So that's the opening of the house, and there's an upstairs. It's weirdly calm in this house. Red herb. Thank you. And then storage. I can't really put anything in storage. Alright, but I'll save this game. And I am going to go and end the stream there. Because it's 9 o'clock. I've got to go to work the next day, which, you know, is a little unfortunate. If I could, I'd be playing video games all day, every day. But I can't. It's not fair. Plus, you have to, like, look at me being, like, all terrible looking. Alright, quit the game. Yep, I saved my progress. Hopefully it quits me. No, just let me quit to the desktop. Ah, yay, I completed challenges. Thank you. So now I have, like, extra content bonuses. I'll have a look at those later. Close the game. Yes. Alright. Let's see what that does to my desktop. The left one is still hidden from me. I have no means of seeing what's on my left desktop just yet. I most likely won't see it until I am done, like, in today's session and switch it off and such. You can also go to Commander Nights on Thursday, too. Hey, that's pretty good. Work is overrated. Yes, work is most certainly overrated. As a connoisseur of the business class, I have to work, and it's very unfortunate. Do we want to, like... I'll clean up my notifications and such and have more sound alerts available, but would you guys want me to play again tomorrow night? Do you think you guys would have fun with me playing Resident Evil 4 tomorrow night as well? Let me see if I can get a poll started. Hang on a second. Poll. More RE4.
Calm your rice paddy.
More RE4. Hey. Thank you for the 50 bits. Yeah. Nah. Let's do a 2-minute poll. So yeah, so if you guys think I should play more Resident Evil 4 Remake tomorrow night, check out the poll that's currently going off. There's only like 2 minutes to go. Yeah, nah, let me know. And let me just have a quick look and see who is online right now. And
Sorry,
see
had spicy zingers.
Nah, it's okay if you had spicy zingers. Just don't fart in my stream again. Let's have a look and see who is online. We got... Oop, I keep knocking my mic. We got Scribbly Noodle, who is currently online doing their art, it seems. All right. It's really tempting to say there's a knock at your door. You know, I think that's what's going to be the raid message for Scribbly Noodle. Unless... Let's see. We got... Can't see it, but there's a look of disappointment on me as Code farts not once but twice into my stream.
Sorry, you say something?
Yes, I said something. Let's see. All right, is he going to be on for long? Happy Puma Day.
These nuts.
Wait, is it Puma Day today? Puma Day. Is it Puma Day? International Puma Day, 2022. Celebrate International Puma Day. Boycott Puma Day. It's not Puma Day. What the fuck is Z on about? Happy Puma Day. It's not Puma Day. All right. We're going to go and raid into Scribbly Noodle then. hang on a second. Scribble Noodle. We're gonna go right into them. It's Kusaki's birthday. Oh, well, it would be nicer if, you know, it said that, not Puma Day, but all right.
Kuma Day nuts.
Oh, no, that's Kuma, not Puma. All right. We are going to go raid into Scribbly Noodle. Yeah? Okay, I got most people saying Resident Evil 4 tomorrow night as well. All right, I'll do another one tomorrow night then. We're going to get a raid started on Scribbly Noodle, and our raid message is, there is a knock on your door, and it's just going to be the Z holding the gun. So that should be fairly funny. All right, this should be good. All right, well then I'll play more Resident Evil 4 tomorrow night then. I will need to adjust the channel point redeems, so there's none of the shape key stuff unless I can do some really quick shenanigans in making, you know, this zebra you see before you turn Hyper Himbo when you do the Hyper Himbo, but that's going to take some time. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that in the span of tomorrow when I work, but I'll fix up the redeems tomorrow night, so that way not too many people are using the incorrect ones. And otherwise, thank you. Otherwise, I want to say, I might get that tomorrow night. I should get paid tomorrow, and I'll be able to use that and such. But yeah, I just want to say otherwise, thank you everyone who came along to tonight's stream. I greatly appreciate it. I'm glad you all enjoyed me playing Resident Evil 4 and will be interested in playing it more tomorrow night. I'll add it to the schedule and let you all know on Twitter. You're welcome to join the Discord or all that other kinds of nonsense. But without further ado, we're going to go raid into Scribbly Noodle, aka Z. Remember our raid message. There is knock